Hello, welcome back to the tutorials for Hostel Euphoria WordPress page. We have this one. We are going to build a page, and we are also going to have a look at the page builder plugin. So we have a page builder. It's called Beaver Page Builder, and we're going to be using this. So in the settings you can see the page builder here, and you can learn more about it here. So I'm going to give you a quick tutorial. Jonathan's given us a task to build a contacts page, so I'll build that, and it won't be final, but I'll be quickly going over it so that you can see how building a page is to be done. One thing about building the pages that you have to be aware of is that it automatically creates, up in the nav bar, automatically creates a menu item. And these menu items, if this goes out too far, then you can see here everything's in one line, one row, and if you shrink it to a certain size, it automatically creates another row. So we've got one row here, then once the screen size gets smaller, then it automatically creates another row here. And then once it gets to a small size, you have this nice menu tab here. So let's go. So we need to find the pages, and you can look at all the pages here, and you can edit all the pages here. So for example, they've got the page builder here, which is what we're going to be using. But let's go to add a new page. So let's go contacts, and then that's all we have to do at the moment. We don't need to worry about the page attributes, we don't need to worry about the templates and the featured image. Each page doesn't need a featured image. So there's many ways to get to the page builder. From here you can go here. This is layout templates, which are paid templates. So if you want to pay for templates, you can. Okay, so basically web pages are kind of built of rows and columns. It's a little bit like an Excel spreadsheet, except that because you have adjustable page size, everything, if it gets too small, it shrinks, and then it creates another row. It creates rows like this. So that's what we're dealing with when we're doing page building with this. So we want to choose our layouts: 1 column, 2 column, 3 column, 4 columns. First, I think that I'm just going to have a separate column for the title. So we have to drag and drop. If you click on it, it doesn't work. So once we've got our column, we've got our row, and then we've got a single column within this row at the moment, because I want to put the title here. So what we're going to need, we've got different modules that we add into the columns. So we have the option of audio, HTML. If you want to add some HTML to your page, then you can drag and drop this in here, and then it gives you this. So let's cancel that, and back to add content. What we want to do now is we want to add a text editor. Okay, so now we've got our text editor, and we want to label that contact us. Okay, now there's many options in the text editor that you want to experiment with yourself. So here we have the size, what heading, and we can change the font size. I think I've been using check that out later. Let's see. 24. At the moment, we want to center that nicely to the page. Now we have the option of adding everything in here, but I want to show you this. So we have general options. This text is shows you the HTML that's being used, but usually you want to work with the visual. We have the advanced, which will set the margins. You don't really need to worry about this. You can experiment with it later, but what do we have? Display. This is can set it with the small devices, large devices. If you want something to show up on only large devices, or only small devices, but usually that's going to be always. We don't have a login system, so we don't need to worry about displaying when the user's logged in. Or animation. This is a small bit of JavaScript. You can have it to fade in, to slide left, right. It's very basic, kind of ugly, and then you can set the delay 1 second and it will show. We don't want to worry about this. Extra things for your CSS selectors if you want to add a tag so that you can style it yourself, but we don't want to do that. We just want to save it. So we have our contact title, which is displaying one column within this row. Now, I think I have 4 different pieces of information. So you can contact us via the Facebook page, by email, by telephone, and we want to sign people up to our events group. So let's go first. Let's make this. So we want to get our row layouts. This is going to be 4 columns. We can add that inside this one, and we can delete that. Okay, so we can come here with a text editor. You have a little bit of options, so the Facebook page, and we can change the style and the color and everything on that. But I want to actually go a little bit different. Add some media. Find us on our Facebook, and then we can insert that into the page. What I want to do is edit this, and I want to link to a custom URL. So we put our Facebook page in there. There's the options, so we can move it around. We want to have it centered left. I can change the size. There's the custom URL. And we want to open the link in a new tab so that people don't navigate away from our page permanently. Then we want to update that, and we can save that. Okay, there. And we have to close the page builder to check that link. So we'll do all the checking afterwards. Okay, then same thing. Add content. This is the modules. We want the text editor module, and I think we want to go to, let's go to our events group. Okay. Okay. X, and then we want to add media. So we're going to need to find our image. Okay. Okay. Let's use that. And go again. Open link in new tab. Link to events. Okay. Let's save that. Now, back to the add content. I think we want a text editor and simply email. Okay, done. And then what's the last one? Telephone number. Telephone. Good. Okay, so I think that's about it. Now, what we need to do with this is we need to add done, and we need to publish changes. Okay, then automatically contacts is generated up here. But we don't like the way it is, so I think that the Estonian language part and the events should be on the end, and this should be somewhere in the middle. So then we can go to menus. Okay, this is the one that's not working. Remove that, and then here's the contacts. Let's put that before the events and save. And then if we look at it on our full size, okay, here we are, contacts. So what this page builder actually does is it makes this is one row, and then these are columns in another telephone. I'll fix that in a minute. So when we make our page, when we see our page on a smaller device, it automatically comes down to these to a single row for each column. And yeah, and sometimes we have some issues with the top bar when we're creating new things. Like if you were to make another page, then you're probably gonna have it automatically creating another row like this. So one row with one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns, and then another row with one column. So you want to be careful with that when you're adding pages. Okay, so I'll just go and change that. And I think that's the end. There are many tutorials if you want to have a look at this page builder a little bit more. You can go to YouTube and you can search for Beaver Page Builder, and there's lots and lots of information on YouTube. Okay, thank you.